We start this hour in West Asia, and Iran's foreign ministry spokesman Esmail Baqai has condemned the US military attack on Venezuela. During a press conference in Tehran, Baqai said that those parties that committed the act of military aggression must unquestionably be held accountable before the international community. Venezuela's deposed leader Nicolas Maduro's detainment and removal to the United States following a military raid in Caracas has fueled expectations of what is likely to be one of the largest and potentially most complex sovereign debt reconstructions of all time. Earlier, Iran, in a statement, called the US attack on Venezuela a blatant violation of its national sovereignty and territorial integrity. Let's listen in to what the Iranian spokesman had to say.
جمهور و همسر رئیس جمهوری کشور ربوده شده، این اصلاً جای افتخار نداره. این یک عمل کاملاً غیرقانونی است و همانطور که خود مقام‌های ونزوئلایی و مردم ونزوئلا تاکید کردن باید رئیس جمهورشون آزاد.
Joining us now is Gedaliah Blum, a Middle East affairs expert, joining us live from Ely. Thank you very much, Gedaliah, for joining us here on NewsX World. Of course, Iran, a long-time ally of Venezuela, and calling for the Americans to be held to account for their operations at the weekend in Caracas. How do you see this situation developing?
Well, you know, the alignment is not about mutual interests in domestic policy. It's more of a global interest in taking down the West. And you could see all the world leaders around the world who are condemning the arrest of the Venezuelan president. You could see exactly where they aligned. This is what the West calls the axis of evil, who are looking to undermine the freedom and democracies around the world in order to replace it with their own ism, their communism, their Islamism. And so this is our course for what is actually expected. This condemnation. The Iranian regime doesn't have any. They have no power anymore. They have no voice. They have no They have no legitimacy anymore. So I think this is a lot of theater, and I think that a lot of these world leaders who have aligned against the West are realizing that the Trump era is not going to sit back and let them roll over the United States and its allies anymore. So I think they're a bit scared, and I'm not sure what's going to happen, but it's definitely going to be exciting to watch.
What message do you think Iran is trying to send Israel, specifically through its very strong statements to Venezuela here?
You know, with everything going on in Iran right now, with the cost of living, there's no water, people on the streets, they're rioting, the riots are growing. There's the leadership is not united right now. They're starting to break apart. So when you're talking about what kind of message is coming out of Iran, I think it's a desperate message, and it's not necessarily coordinated. So with what's coming out, I think it's you can't really look at the message from Iran as being the authority voice that's coming out. So it's really hard to say. But as far as Israel's concerned and the West, again, they're not coming from a place of authority. I think they're coming from a place of desperation, and their words are not really based in any type of reality. So any threats or any condemnation are kind of seen as something that's not to be taken seriously.
Okay, Gedaliah, stay with us as we move on to our next story. And Israeli authorities